Today we're talking about masculinity and modernity, strength and weakness. These are going to be intertwined, so we're going to be talking about both of them here. They're going to be mixed, and you guys are going to pretty much understand what I'm talking about. But I'm going to try starting off with strength and weakness, but it's going to be mixed with modernity and masculinity. So I hope you guys can follow on all that, what I mean. But enough being said, we're going to just dive into it. So strength is one of the best things you guys can honestly do to yourself, pretty much. And see, it comes into play with masculinity because, see, strength is one of the characteristics of masculinity, because essentially masculinity is based off testosterone, because like testosterone is pretty much what every man or guy, whatever you want to say, is built, and those traits are what carries on into masculinity. Anyways, with strength, there's so many things that we can cover, but I'm going to try covering certain topics here and there. So pretty much strength makes you mindfully set. So what I mean by this is, when you're overcoming a task or whatever it may be, it's going to be troublesome, but with strength, you're going to find a way to overcome it. You're going to be like, oh, you know what, I can do this, I can do that, or you know what, I'll just tolerate it, I'll go through it. And see, you're not going to be weak, because a weak characteristic is going to be, hey, I don't want to do this, I'm going to have somebody else do it for me. So if your car breaks down, because like a lot of people in this day and age in modernity don't know how to change a tire, how to work on their car. And I know this because like there's even memes out here on social media that, hey, my guy doesn't know how to change a tire, or whatever it may be. I've seen TikToks of that, and see, that's kind of sad, because like almost every guy should know that. And see, it's one of those modernity things that are making our men weaker, not knowing how to change a tire, how to work on your car. And see, it comes down to convenience. A lot of people just want convenience. Hey, I'll just go take it in to go get it fixed, which in some cases it is good. I won't deny that, because sometimes there's knowledge that you don't know, or it's a little tricky, or it could be a little bit cheaper. But see, convenience is what people are after. But see, if you're willing to put in the hard work of changing your tire, instead of calling you know what, I'm not gonna say it, I'm not gonna name any companies, but pretty much calling somebody else to come and fix your car for you. So let's say you use the scenario of the car breaking down. You call up your friend or your dad or whatever it may be. Hey, can you come and help me change my tire? And you let them do all the work. Well, guess what? They're the strong ones. They're the ones that took care of you. You didn't take care of yourself. See, in a situation like that, you have to be masculine and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to figure out a way to find the solution to changing out the tire of my car. You may not know how, but at least take pride in it and be like, hey, I'm going to pull up a 20-minute YouTube video on how to change a tire, do it myself, and become strengthful. Learn a skill that will last you a lifetime. On top of that, you'll be proud in yourself, and it'll make you more strengthful. You'll also put in the hard work that most people aren't willing to do. So that's just one example. We're going to go ahead and go into another one real quick. So another thing would be, I'm going to do this because like this is something that I've been kind of avoiding and all that. Oil changes. On my older car, of course this was older, I do it for several reasons now, but working on the car for changing the oil, I would do that myself, and I'd be like, oh, you know what, this is actually interesting, get my hands dirty. And see, it was nice, an experience. I'm like, oh, I know something about cars. And some of you may not know anything about cars, but when you do an oil change, you learn, oh, okay, this is my my filter, this is where my oil goes in, this is my engine. And you kind of understand the mechanics behind it. And see, now with me personally, since I got a new car, it comes with free oil changes and all that. And see, I don't want to do it for myself, so they're like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's certain situations where it doesn't come into play and all that, but see, when I did the oil changes myself, I was very proud of myself. I felt like I knew something. I learned a skill that will last me a lifetime. So what I'm trying to get at is this skill can go into play. Let's say somebody doesn't know how to change the oil in their car. You know what? I can be like, hey, get into my masculine frame. I'll help you out. I'll go ahead and change the oil for you. Just get me the stuff and I'll do the work. And see, that puts you in the masculine frame and makes you stronger. And then also, I mean, what I'm trying to get at with the masculine frame is pretty much you're being a leader, because like there's so much about masculinity that I can go into, which I won't into this video. But anyways, we're gonna just go ahead and leave that subject there. We're gonna go ahead and try covering the modernity and masculinity, because this is also very important. So with that being said, with modernity, we're always looking for the easiest way out. We're not doing the hard work, and when you're not doing the hard work, essentially you're becoming weaker, and then you're getting away from your masculine frame. It's because like with the masculine frame, you're supposed to struggle. It's just supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be easy. And it's just the way how pretty much how masculinity works. Is masculine means strength, doing the hard route, let's see, being driven, goal oriented, all that. But see, in modernity, essentially, look at all the things around you. It's convenience. Look at going out for food. It's so modern and all that hey, you can just drive up and go get food and not even have to make it. Thing is, it's not good quality food. See, when you go ahead and make that food yourself, well, hey, you get good quality food. You know what you're putting into it, you know the work that goes into it, and you're understanding, hey, cooking sucks, but you're making yourself stronger. You're being more driven, because like it's kind of a bit difficult for me to explain this to you guys, because like, see, it's one of those subjects that I can go into so many different routes, and I'm just trying to be cautious on what words I pick. But what I'm trying to get at is essentially you should choose the harder route, because that makes you more into your masculine frame. So that being said, look at modern things that make your life so much easier, and if you're to do it the harder way, pretty much when you make it the harder way, you make yourself more strengthful, more powerful. And I'm gonna just throw this out here, guys. So there's a book by David Goggins, pretty much it's called Can't Hurt Me, and he's really mastered his mind on making it really strengthful and very masculine, in my opinion, because like he learned that through struggle is where you get strengthful. So what I'm trying to get back at is pretty much with modern things, it makes your life so convenient and easier, but you should take the hardest path, even if there's an easier way. And the reason that is because you want to become strengthful and overcome your mind. When you do that, that's going to benefit you. It's going to make you a better person, and it's also going to help you overcome hard times, because in hard times, if you're weak, you won't know how to handle it. But if you're strong, you'll be like, okay, I got this. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the video here. I hope I explained this somewhat good for you guys, but we're going to summarize it. So with weakness and modernity, pretty much intertwined, because like things are so much convenient and easier, but when you take the easier route, you're not going to learn how to handle it. And when you take the harder route, you become strengthful and you get more into that masculine frame. So I recommend taking that harder route. When you take that harder route, it's going to help you in the long run. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video and you enjoy the topic, make sure you drop me a thumbs up. But anyways, take care, guys.